Hi, John Valvano here, and let's continue building the PCB. Now, this is an important video because it's called a sanity check. Before I spend hours and hours hooking up all the yellow air wires, I want to make sure it works. Now, we did this in the SEH. We're going to do it again here in the PCB. I see a couple of mistakes from last time that I'll go ahead and fix. Okay, so I forgot these guys here, so I'm going to do a group. Move, right click, move group, put the labels for that. And I also see right in here, I've got an overlap where this word pack, booster pack, is going to be at the same spot as the solder joints there. So I'm just going to move my launch pad down just a little bit. Yeah, no, up a little bit. Sorry. Yeah, okay. So now the and make sure it didn't fall off the board. Yeah, just to make sure that this thing will look pretty on the bottom. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to view the design manager here, and in particular, I want to look at the nets, the signals, okay? And so I'm going to look for all the signals here, default net class name, all. All right, so now I'm going to view my nets, okay? And so one by one, I'm going to make sure this makes sense. So I'm going to click on each of the nets and then zoom in and make sure that these are all the places where 3.3 should be connected. The blue LED is one of the internal devices. Okay, so I don't need that. That one's kind of boring. Okay, the red, the DAC output. Again, I'm going to look and make sure my DAC output goes to all the places it should go. Now, ground is fairly complicated. I'll check that when I lay it out. My green wire, that's my LED. I have my launch pad switches, which I don't care about. There's PB0, which is my DAC. Okay, PB1, which is the next bit of the DAC. Again, it's the least, and if that was the PB0 was the least significant bit. PB1, the next bit. Okay, I can do a down arrow now. That's PB2. This is PB3, there's oops, wrong way, PB4, PB5. Again, I'm making sure that this makes sense. PB6 doesn't go anywhere. PB7 doesn't go anywhere. PC4 goes to my lab 9. PC5 goes to my lab 9. PC6 doesn't go anywhere. PC7 doesn't go anywhere. Paul David 0 is one LED. Again, I can see this makes sense. Paul David 1 is the other LED. Paul David 2 is my analog input from the slide pot. Paul David 3 is my Texas analog input. PD6 doesn't go anywhere. PD6 doesn't go anywhere. PD7 doesn't. Oh, no, there's PD7. PD7 was that extra bit I put on the optional bit I put on the LCD to use the secure digital card. There's my switches. Again, I'm looking. You see how it highlights the net that is going to be PE0. I'm making sure this makes sense. Okay, that's what I'm doing. The switch input with the pull down resistor makes sense. There's PE1, which doesn't make sense. PE1, hold on, double check that. Yeah, you see this? Look at that. That doesn't make sense. It should go to the microcontroller. See that? I just found a mistake. Right? I don't know how that happened. You see, PE1 doesn't go to the microcontroller. That's a mistake. So I got to fix it. Crap, I don't want to get all the way through and have it not work. So I'm going to go back over here and double check what I did with PE1. Okay, so if I look over here, yeah, look at it. Look at it. Crap. There's my mistake. Okay. So, yeah, this is why you do this step, because I don't know, I built hundreds of boards, and I make this mistake a lot. Okay. Okay, so I fixed that mistake, and then I'm going to save it here, go back over here and do PE1 again. And now you can see it's tied to the pin. Okay, so if I can click PE1, I can see that PE1 here is now tied to the pin. All right, you see how I caught that mistake in this stage? I promise you I didn't do it on purpose. I do it every time. I'd make some silly, it looked right, but it's not right. PE2, again, that's the one switch. There's PE3. Again, it makes sense. PE4 is not connected anywhere, so it zoomed way in. PE5 is not connected anywhere. And then this is the net between R6 and R7. That's the red LED. This is the internal red LED. There's the reset, doesn't go anywhere. This is the data command pin. Again, I'm making sure it makes sense. Okay. The master out, slave in. I'm sorry, that was the master in, slave out. Now, again, this is optional for 319K, but you got to hook this pin up if you want the secure digital card to work. There's the master out, slave in. There's the LCD reset, LCD clock, LCD. This is the chip select for the LCD. That was not optional. That's necessary. Okay, so I checked all my nets. Okay. Again, every time I do something, I do a design rule check. Because I could have made a mistake. And again, just like last time, the only mistakes I have here are the air wires that need to be connected. All right, I'm done with this video. Next, I'm going to do an important step. Anyway, have fun.